Good Friday afternoon. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm 9 News Weather Impact Team meteorologist Keely Chalmers with a look at your forecast for this weekend. We got some changes going on. We got a cold front moving through. That's going to drop those temperatures. That cold front moves through tonight. It's also going to stir up the winds once again. So we had a windy day yesterday, calm conditions today, temperatures in the 60s, and then we just cool off as we head into the weekend. A little bit cooler tomorrow, and then the chilliest day, no question, of your 7-day forecast will be on Sunday. Also want to talk about those winds. So let's take you outside right now for a live look as we take a look out over Lamar, and you can see a lot of clouds out there. We're dealing with partly sunny skies, so really a mix of sun and clouds today. We are in store, as I mentioned, for a cool weekend. That cold front moving through, dropping those temperatures tonight. Tomorrow we're going to start cooling down, and then we've got the really a big cool down for Sunday as we have some Arctic air moving into our region, really just the eastern plains for Sunday. And then we warm up as we head into the work week. Your Veterans Day is looking like one of the warmest days of our 7-day forecast, with highs back in the 70s. Lots of sunshine. Winter weather pattern will likely begin November 16th. That means we could actually see some snow here in the metro area. And if that holds true, we would be the top 5 latest snows in the metro area on record. Current temperatures right now in the low to mid 60s, so 64 degrees, our forecast high for today. Those current gusts still pretty blustery, some windy conditions. Those gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour in and around Nederland. Over 30 miles per hour in those usual spots. Not too bad around the metro area and the I-25 corridor, although we are tracking some snow still in the northern mountains, and we are seeing some winterish driving conditions, winter-like driving conditions, certainly across Highway 34 and Highway 14. Likely seeing some snowflakes along I-70 through the mountain corridor. Shouldn't impact travel much, but again, expect the potential for some slick driving conditions. Could get anywhere from about 1 to 3 inches of snow when all is said and done. We'll see that snow move out. The clouds kind of sticking around, but the snow should move out overnight into tomorrow morning. And again, actually, the snow forecast a little bit drier than it was a few hours ago. So again, maybe 1-2 inches of snow when all is said and done, as that system gradually pushes off to the south and east. 64 degrees, that is our forecast high for the Denver area today. Partly sunny skies. Our average high is 57. So we are still above average. Winds not an issue today. Again, that will be changing tomorrow. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's go ahead and take a look at those forecast highs across the state. 50s and 60s across the plains, really 60s. Lyman 59 degrees, but mid 60s across the northern and central plains, upper 60s down across the southern plains, upper 30s and 40s for the most part, some 50s up in the high country, and 62 in Grand Junction. Tonight, mostly clear. We got that cold front moving through. That's going to drop those temperatures down to about 33 degrees, and those winds are going to get a little gusty behind that cold front. So expect some breezy conditions as we head into the overnight hours, with those winds gusting up to about 25 miles per hour. Those winds are going to, again, continue to be an issue for tomorrow. Forecast lows overnight, 20s and 30s. 20s across the plains, 20s up in the high country, 30s out across the western slope. Tomorrow, more sunshine for the weekend. It is going to be a sunny weekend. We're expecting lots of sunshine, but cooler temperatures. Those highs dropping gradually both Saturday and Sunday. We're looking at highs in the 50s on Saturday, highs in the 40s on Sunday, but getting back to tomorrow, 54 degrees. That is your forecast high, with those winds out of the north, again, 10 to 25 miles per hour. So expect gusty conditions. Here is a look at the wind gust forecast. This is for tomorrow. We're going to start it at 7:30 tomorrow, and you can see those winds 60+ mile per hour gusts forecast for the usual spots, the foothills, those windy spots, Allens Park, Nederland, Estes Park, Red Feather Lakes, Bailey, 40+ mile per hour winds. Not too bad here in the metro area, but check out Fort Morgan, Sterling. We're looking at 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts, Greeley 30-plus-mile-per-hour wind gusts as we get that northerly flow going, and that's really going to create some fire hazards across the eastern plains tomorrow. So the fire weather and the fire danger will be increasing tomorrow, even though it's not going to be hot. We've got those winds and very dry vegetation, so really we're going to have to limit anything that could start a fire with that type of wind activity and the dry vegetation. Fort Morgan still 30-plus-mile-per-hour winds tomorrow at 9:30 around the metro area. We're looking at tomorrow evening 20-plus-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so even going to be breezy along the I-25 corridor tomorrow evening. Your highs for tomorrow, mainly in the 50s across the plains, although a couple 60s, Hunter, Lamar getting up to about 60 degrees. 30s and 40s for the mountains. Big shift in our weather pattern. We got a brief ridge of high pressure building in today. That is going to shift off. We've got this very deep trough building in. You can see this is on Sunday over the Great Lakes region, over the East Coast. You can see that just opening the door for Arctic cold air to move in. We're going to see a little bit of the effects, or at least feel a little bit of the effects across, especially the eastern plains. That is going to bring in some cold air, and that's why our temperatures are going to drop pretty significantly for Sunday. As you can see there, our cold air tracker, that cold air just making its way across the plains on Sunday, retreating to the east on Monday. So we will warm up significantly as that cold air retreats off to the east. That's going to help us warm up quite a bit as we head into a Monday, Tuesday, your Veterans Day, Wednesday, and Thursday. But for a while there, yeah, it is going to be chilly. In fact, Saturday into Sunday, those temperatures overnight are going to be the coolest of the season. Overnight lows dropping down into the low 20s Saturday into Sunday. So it is no question going to be a chilly day on Sunday. Certainly going to be chilly when you wake up. Temperatures warming up to about 49 degrees by the afternoon. Monday we are back in the upper 60s though. That cold air retreats to the east and we got nothing but sunshine helping to warm us back up. 70 degrees on Tuesday, your Veterans Day. So looking quite warm and mild on Wednesday as well. We are staying in the upper 60s here in the metro area through Thursday. And I say upper 60s here in the metro area, but some areas across the eastern plains will certainly be in the 70s once again. And so we will be approaching record warmth once again next week. So that is a quick look at your weather forecast for this Friday. Again, your weekend is looking sunny. Tomorrow it is looking windy across the plains. Fire danger will be increasing, so just be careful of that. Cooler on Sunday. It is going to be a very chilly start to your day on Sunday as temperatures climb only into the upper 40s. And then again, back into unseasonably warm weather, a stretch of unseasonably warm weather as we head into your work week. That is a quick look at your weather on this Friday. Thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm 9 News Weather Impact Team Meteorologist Keely Chalmers. Have a great day and a fantastic and safe weekend.